Hello everybody, hope we are well. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. A couple of people have been asking me for replay analysis and stuff like that. And believe me, in the future, I do want to do a lot more replay analysis of people out there, viewers. But I sort of want to keep moving forward. I've got a lot of things I want to do on this channel. And I figured, well, as we've got the How to Play Tools Like Ahmad video coming out soon, I thought it'd be pretty cool to look into the previous ones done. Now, we've done How to Play like Scrub Killa in ones, and we've also done How to Play like Khalid in ones. And today I thought it'd be cool to actually review a replay of Scrub Killa. So just to see if anything that we know comes up. I haven't watched this replay. I literally just downloaded it from ballchasing.com. I picked it because it's a high scoring game that Scrub eventually loses, and it's against Spider. Spider has played quite a few times actually on my tournaments on Twitch in the past. Definitely casted a few of his games, so I do sort of know a little bit about his style, but the focus here is Scrub. Now, I've watched Scrub for a long time, so I'm going to see he does still do things that were often all right to do in the early days, and I think it's trying to break those habits. I had a thought the other day, right, and it's a bit of a weird one. I think a lot of things are down to luck. Now, hear me out here. You're probably thinking, what you're talking about? Not in the game. Not in the game, in life. You probably think, well, that's obvious, but listen to this. No one used to box like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali came in with this weird boxing style and ended up becoming one of the best of all time. Right? He got really good at his style. The first, not Mike Tyson, or the first person who did Mike Tyson's style, probably Jack Dempsey, come up with this style, and he got really good at this style and it worked for him. And this is where the luck comes in. If you invent a new style, if you play something that you feel comfortable and you put 10,000 hours of practice in and you get really good at it, it may be really good or it may not be really good. But styles make matches. So Scrub here, as one of the originals, didn't really have any coaching. He just became his own player, and therefore we're going to see things that he does that may be a bit old-fashioned for some people but work well for him. But he'll also do things that he's done a long time that may not be bad, but it's going to be hard to break those habits. Like I said, I haven't seen this replay, but those are things we're going to look out for. So let's get into the replay analysis. Sorry for the long-winded intro, and we'll be using Ripcore as well to sort of make this a little bit easier to see. And this is something we're going to be looking at. This is the new Scrub Killa kickoff. Now, back in the day, Scrub would have gone for a hook kickoff. He's going for this back flip, sort of half flip diagonal, half flip kickoff here. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to create a cushion that the ball will come into, and he'll be able to deflect the ball away. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to the right position. He's a little bit late here getting his turn. So he's actually a bit too close to the ball to really kill the ball. Now, you can see, had he have got there later, if he would have put his cushion in a little bit earlier, so he was higher because he's jumping a little bit late, therefore he's hitting a bit off the center, pushing it up, and then Spider's able to get it over the top. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if Scrub continues to do that kickoff throughout this game as he comes back here, and he's playing for the boost. Smart thing, you know, always try and play for the boost defensively. Comes back, grabs a pad. Notice he doesn't mess about. Okay, how many of you guys would have come around here and maybe around here? We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. We can't mess around. He doesn't mess around. He gets straight to it. He can't mess around here. He can't allow a shot. He can't allow pressure. He's got to hit it, and he uses that into a perfect boost grab, which is really nice to see. Air dribble. Now remember, and again, I haven't seen this. I have not seen this. Remember what we know from when we did the Scrub Killa analysis. Remember that video? If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link underneath. Now, normally in these situations, he's looking for a fake or a low 50. That's what he prefers to do, is use it for a 50 on the air dribble. And there you go. He's trying to get the 50 with it. He's trying to block. He's not committing all the way in. Such a smart player. Such a little thing. Many people would look for the highlight goal. They say, I want to do an air dribble flip. No, let's just block the angle if we can. Very good. Nice kickoff there from Scrub. So, you know, we don't need to go too far into the kickoff here, but we will. So what we can see here is as we get a little bit closer, the reason I made that sound good, is because Scrub actually dodged late on his first jump. If we actually take this back, he jumps too late. Well, he jumps late on his speed flip. Ready? He comes off here. That's too long. That first jump, you'd expect to see literally through here. So he's a little bit late doing his jump. And in fact, if we go to Spider, see how they've already landed and Scrub still hasn't landed. He only just lands. So therefore, because Scrub's a little bit off on the speed that he's executing his first flip, Spider's getting to the ball earlier. But again, you know, sometimes we're talking splitting hairs. What's more important in some cases, although speed is extremely important, where are we moving the ball to? Okay, that's what's really important. Now we see here Spider is off slightly, and we go above here. Hopefully this is all good for you guys. But basically, you can see Spider is off the center here. So the center of the ball is across sort of like here. All right, my art is terrible. I haven't got a steady hand, but we know now, if we're Scrub Killa, because we can see this portion of his nameplate, we know that inevitably he's got to push it that way. Because if he dodges this way, he's going to hit himself off the ball. If he goes for a low 50, he could do. A single jump. If he goes for a single jump, you know, he's not center. You generally want to be a little bit more central. So Scrub can take that information and say, well, if we know he can't do this, he has to go this way. So we'll delete this. He has to. So if I'm more central and I also dodge this way, he's going to hit the ball and direct it across here, and I'm going to already meet that ball, and I'm going to be able to take it into the space. And if we watch it in 5%, you'll see what I mean. So we watch this real slowly. Jesus, is that really 5%? Yeah, it is. So there's a little bit of ricocheting going on. Spider tries to push it. Looks like he actually goes for low 50. But you see now Scrub more inside. He flips this way, knowing that this is the way the ball's got to be pushed to. And because of that, he's able to take the ball and go with it. Okay, so if you're ever looking to win kickoffs and you want to play it safe, you can try and get very central and react more so to what the opponent is doing. Just try and get a little bit more inside on the ball and flip in the same direction. So Scrub wins that kickoff. But good stuff from Spider, of course, takes it back. This is nice. This is weird. This is a really weird thing to me. Scrub's backing off here. I'm not sure why. So he's doing a good job here. He's got his boost. He uses his walls. You know, Scrub uses the walls a lot to get his downward momentum to try and phase out. That's what he's really, you know, he enjoys doing. This, however, seems unnecessary to me. He just completely flips out the play and gives Spider a lot of space. Unusual. You wouldn't expect that. But then again, that's the old habits that I was talking about at the beginning of the video that people do. They fall into their old habits. In my opinion, he didn't need to back off. He's got 70, he had 80 boost. He could have stayed much closer, could have shadowed. And then what's happened is he's basically given Spider an edgeable bump. Now, okay, he doesn't go in. But this isn't an opportunity you want to be giving someone like Spider. If he doesn't get that right, that's the goal. Now, I know Scrub's comfortable in these situations, but an edgeable bump is as good as you're going to get for a safe play. And Spider gets in my opinion, a little bit unfortunate there that works. If he'd been a little bit faster, he could have just blown him up. So you never want to give space, okay? So we'll look at what Scrub could have done instead here, via Ripcall. Again, guys, you know, this is my opinion. I'm not particularly good at the game. These guys are miles ahead of me, but I'm just analysing. You know, that's all I'm doing. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. Tell me why, because I want to learn just as much as the next person, okay? I'm always trying to question things, all right? But no one knows all the answers, and I could be completely wrong. Scrub could be playing a game here. He could be backing off early to later on set traps to challenge. He could be. I'm just saying what I see. So he gets that save on the edge of a bump, which is a bit fortunate. And look at this. Now, we know from the Raid series how to get the SSL in 1v1. In the corners, we stay close and we don't commit until we absolutely have to. Scrub follows that advice. Obviously, he knows how to. And he does a good job there. You know, I just thought we should have done Raidmeister versus Scrub. We should have done Raid versus Scrub for the replay analysis. We'll stick on with this one because there's a lot of goals. That's also a really good game, actually. If you want to see Raid versus Scrub Killa analysed, let me know and I'll do it. Because that would be a good one. And in fact, it would be really cool to get Raid to jump on and analyse it. That would actually be pretty sick. So if you want to see that, let me know and I'll ask Raid. See if you'd be willing to. So comes on the backboard, tries to take it into the open empty space. Smart thing. Spider here, of course, looks for a demo. Doesn't get it. Alright. But good stuff from Scrub there, taken into the open play. Of course, good stuff from Spider as well. Okay. What a lovely hook shot. What the hell? What? It looks like... That's really weird. I'm guessing he was trying to hook shot at the front post and bounced in field. And he could get to it. That was a very risky strategy. Fair enough. That is interesting. I wonder if they watched that replay, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so Scrub's now gone for this kickoff twice. And he's lost it both times. Let's have another look at this. Is he on his game? Is he on form? Is Spider a little bit quicker than most of the... So this actually looks pretty standard. So Spider, if you look at this from Spider's perspective, just doing a good job of pushing it through. Now, normally, what beats this kickoff tends to be the hook kickoff. If you get inside and side flip to the left, you beat this kickoff because it's the way he's coming in. Interestingly, Spider goes for a push and does a good job of getting that hitbox just in the right place to pull it off. I don't think it was as perfect or as smooth as Scrub normally gets it. Just doesn't... Looks again like he didn't have the cushion he wanted. Maybe a little, like literally a fraction back, I think is what Scrub's after. So it might be the rhythm. But right here, generally for this kind of kickoff, generally, I think Scrub would rather be here. Generally, or maybe slightly angled that way. But he'd rather be a little bit further back to create that cushion. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So let's get into it. Now we know in the past, again, I haven't seen this replay, but Scrub loves this path lane, doesn't he? Remember that? We made that whole video on this path lane. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes here, comes up, or if he feels danger, he might come up like that. Let's have a look. I might be wrong, but it's always interesting to see the habits. He actually completely goes for the other boost. Now that took me off guard. I did not expect that. Nice bump into the air, and here we go with the air dribble. Gets the flip reset. So in the higher game, you'll see that people just try and get that offense going. When the ball's high, they don't want to waste it. It's an opportunity. Scrub going up into the air, and he goes for a flip reset. Problem with this, as we've said in the past, is if you don't make it, you are now going to probably get scored on because it's an all-in play. You're now in the net. Scrub's done a good job of landing straight into a drift turn here to try and get back out, but he's now got his back against the wall. He's got to get back, and he has to go wide for the boost. This opens up time and space and vision for Spider. He knows where Scrub is. He's got control of the ball. This is going to be a difficult situation. Earlier on, we saw this exact same thing flipped when Scrub backed off early, in my opinion, and he went for an air dribble bump. Let's see what happens. Yeah? Okay. So there we can say that earlier on when Scrub backed off, that was definitely not the right play to do because Spider's had the same situation this time on the right hand side as opposed to left, and he makes it. So that one came from the all-in play, but definitely early there should have been no reason to back off as it gave Spider an opportunity to do this exact play, and we can see that he's damn good at it, and he actually gets the demo this time. Scrub tries to get the save there, and I just want you guys to see how he does this. Comes onto the wall a little bit, and he's trying to get in line, but it's the number one play you can use is the air dribble bump. If you miss that, you are all in, but it's just a little bit easier usually to get. It's a bit of a safer option than a flip reset. And you can see actually when Spider was finishing that, he had like 50 boost, whereas Scrub, when he did his flip reset into the net, had 8. So another good kickoff here. So on the head-to-heads here, Scrub's doing a really good job. Nice. Again, let's have a look at this. So this is interesting from Spider as he takes a very interesting path here. This is like the next level of the game. So if you look at this, as Spider comes in, he flips and he comes very far to the left, okay, or his right. It might be too far accidentally. Now he's got 2 choices from here. Well, he hasn't. He's got loads of choices. But does he stay on this side and try and force it this way? Or does he know that Scrub would have seen this, try to come this side and force it this way, thinking that Scrub might come here and force it that way? This is where the little games are. So again, even though he messes it up, so now he's tried to get onto the inside. So Scrub has also come quite far over to the side that Spider was originally on. But now the problem is, he's literally got one tiny fraction of his hitbox, and it's just not enough. And Scrub actually goes the same way. Alright. So he doesn't really flip in that Spider. It looks like he botched that kickoff completely, and that gives Scrub an open net. Flicks it to keep pressure on. Oh my god, sorry. So he's put pressure on him. Scrub's done a good job of grabbing a pad. And then he sticks closer and he grabs the mid and he turns. Now this makes more sense. This makes way more sense than what I saw earlier when he backed off. Because the mid boost was there, but he had more boost than he doesn't. Now he's backed off because he's responding. That's what I didn't understand earlier. He backed off before there was anything to back off to. We look at this again. He's responding. Okay. Grabs the boost. Makes something happen. He realizes he's not in a good goal side position. If Spider shoots at it, it's going to be danger. He takes the mid boost. He turns straight back into the play. Again, he is going for a standard shadow or a standard challenge, whatever. He's on the outside, showing him the field. He's confident. Goes straight into an inline shadow. There is the attack, and here is the response. I'm flipping away. Now he's done an attack, and I'm giving myself distance, and I'm giving myself time. Spider equally be looking at Scrub here. If he goes for this, there could be danger. He might be able to double jump it over the top. He might even get a demo. But at this point, what's probably safer for Spider right now is to grab this boost, because that's where the momentum of the ball's going. Well, let's see what option. Again, I haven't seen this. Let's just see what he did. And he does. He realizes Scrub's playing it to the boost. I want to get there early. Okay, well, that's pretty unfortunate, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is the right decision. He sees Scrub going to put it to the boost. Scrub also knows that he has to save it. He's waiting. He doesn't want to give his game away early. Well, why not? He goes for the fake challenge here. Now, if he does this early, he's going to have a hard time following it. And it's going to be a giveaway. And he's going to use boost. And he's going to have to turn momentum. So he can't go too early. So he waits. He waits for later so he can get some power into the shot. And use that momentum like he did earlier on to get the boost. There was no demo there. Possibly there should have been. And now it's an open net. And of course, we know Scrub from the video loves his half volley. Good recovery from Spider to get straight back to Supersonic. Those half volleys, you can actually look at this from Spider's perspective. Now, regardless, I know he's never, it's going to be very hard for him to get back. I want you to see the rhythm break from his perspective. Look at the speed of the ball and then look how it accelerates out of nowhere. Look at this. Bam! All right. That's enough to beat someone. Most goals are just going to be simple things like that. Little rhythm breaks. Really good stuff there. Okay, so let's have a little bit of fun. They're both on the same side here. All right, and if we get rid of the nameplates for a second, we can see Scrub is further over to the right, ever so slightly. And I'm talking slight, guys. Okay. Okay, I've got to buy Pro to be able to do the line. But I was hoping to do the live. You can just see a tad. I mean, I'm not the best. Scrub is more over to this side. And they're both pushing it this way. So therefore, theoretically, the person more central, which actually is Spider in this case, if they both flip, should get an advantage on this kickoff. Should. Okay? But we'll see. Yeah. See? So it goes to Spider's way. Because he was just a tad more inside. And that's what I'm saying. Almost hard to tell by the naked eye who's going to win that. But it never is, truly. Because everything makes sense in this game. Scrub beating... Did he get the boost here? Sorry, guys. Let's get these up. Spider actually gets the boost here. Scrub's got to get back. And he goes to the backboard. Because he, just in case Spider goes high. Oh, my God. I got to be fair. In Spider's defense here... Whew, that looked like a demo on the other side. So he turns into the plate. Scrub's trying to force him out. But the problem with this... Look at this play. What do you notice? A lot of boost usage. So this is another all-in play, but this time the all-in bit's defensively. You know, Scrub loves demos. We covered that, didn't we? So he comes down here. He gets this nice little touch. And most people here, they've got to get out of this. I mean, this really... I'm surprised this wasn't a demo. Survives. Now, you know you're not going to win that boost. So Scrub's now thinking, well, if I'm not going to win the boost, surely I can get the ball. The problem is he went a little bit late. So if you look at this, this is good. Really good. Comes up. Now, he already needs to know. He should already know that ball's going high. If Spider hits it, it's going high. If he doesn't hit it, it's still going high because the momentum's there. So Scrub could be a fraction. A fraction now. With his nose higher. I'm going to use the orange so it's here. And maybe he then comes here and jumps and scores a goal. Obviously, I'm talking in an ideal world. And again, you know, I'm not saying nothing bad against these players. They're absolutely incredible players. But what I'm saying is, this is what analysis is. I couldn't do anything they do. They're amazing. But if he was a little bit higher here already, so if he was already here, now he jumps because he wouldn't be so far forward. Because it's to do with displacement, okay? So if he goes in this line, which he does, he can't his displacement's a lot from here to there, right? Like he took himself very far forward. If he took a steeper line, he would now be like maybe here, maybe not even that steep, maybe like here, because he wouldn't be as far forward. Gives him A, more reaction time, B, comes in a much better angle to get the shot. That could actually be a goal. Because It's to do with where the next play's coming. So if he's now here, he could have jumped off and smashed that and took Spider out. However, he may not have been expecting that. But that now is something Scrub needs to write in his head. Okay, he's going to turn on those kind of balls. Okay, well now what's happened is Scrub's in a very low boost position because he really went full into that. And he's got to survive. And this is one of the worst places you can be, and he just misses the 12 pad, unfortunately, against a high level player. Now the cool thing is he's trying to lock it down, but then that's the mistake. He's trying to lock it down, misses the 12. And what do we learn from the Raid SSL No Mechanic series? Don't overcommit in your opponent's half with no boost. Okay, a dodge is an overcommit, especially like this, because he flips the wrong way. Alright, well, he flips the wrong way because if we go above, and you can see by the nameplate, who has the inside position here? Who's got the inside position? Spider. Well, we know from the 50-50 guide that the inside position is pretty much imperative to general safety. So if Scrub wants to win this or buy himself some time, possibly for this dodge, because he's dodging to the right, he needed to come in a fraction more and then dodge to the right. Or in this position, he'd have to dodge to the left, but he doesn't want to do that because it's infield and then it's an easy save. The problem is, because he's dodged this way, he's practically given him that anyway. So his safest option was either to go back, grab boost, try and play that way, or come onto the inside out with the 50-50. Okay, it's the same in the pro lobby, it's the same in the rookie lobby. Inside out on that 50-50, it's safe. It's not safe, so Spider does a good job outplaying there, and it was really all about that boost grab. Alright, looks like there's a kickoff gone. Now, here's the thing, right? Last 2 times Scrub has used his new kickoff, although a little bit, probably not as smooth as he usually does, right? Now, this is ranked. Scrub and Spider aren't going to be going full try. They're not going to be smashing monitors if they lose this. This is a learning experience. Look at this game like a learning experience. Yeah, everyone's desperate to rank up. I understand that, but you have to look at it as a learning experience and you will become better. If I'm Scrub now and I'm learning experience, and also just in case Spider's try hard in this, I'm going to do the same kick as I just did because it's a double bluff. He's lost it twice, the same kickoff. Right, the new Scrub Killa. Why would he do it again? Exactly. These guys might be thinking a step ahead. Spider's thinking, there's no way he's going to do the same kickoff. I might mix it up. I could be wrong. Or maybe, mechanically, it was just a bit off. But if I was Scrub right now, I'd stick to the same kickoff. And I imagine Scrub will do the same. I reckon he'll go for the same kickoff. Just watching the guy for so long. Let's have a look what he does. Comes in. Yeah, same kickoff. And much smoother on this. Already we can see it's much smoother. So he comes in. Okay. And it just looks, he's got the right position that time. Gets it in. And again, now this is more of an example of the push not working against it. Because this is why you shouldn't really push this kickoff on this kick. See, now I want you to look at the difference. Remember earlier I said Scrub jumped a bit late. And we'll screen cap this. So literally look at this. I want you to look at this distance. Okay. Remember guys, it's all about cushioning for 50-50s. Alright, I'm not making this stuff up. You're going to see. Okay, and again, this isn't like a cherry picked one. We're going to go back to a kickoff earlier. So 259. So now he's turned sideways here. See the difference? See the difference? See how he's much more, he's much closer when he gets that. Okay? So when he actually gets that 50, he's right on this line here. He's literally right here. Now if we look at the current one, makes the turn earlier. And now he's blocked it there. Okay. So he's a bit further away. I was going to say much further. He's not much further. Okay, but he's more angled as well. He's more side on. This distance here is massive. Now you could argue that Spider might have got to the kickoff earlier. He might have done. But that's why you want to continue to practice. You keep collecting data. You keep collecting data. Great stuff there from Scrub to stick with it. It wasn't actually much of an adaptation. I thought possibly Spider might have gone for a hook there. And he gets it to work. And it's a really good kickoff. It is a really, really good kickoff. So now the question is, would he go for it again on the other side? Well, I'd like to think he would. Because it's all about drilling. So again, Scrub's late on these flips. Okay, this is late for a boom. Normally, you'd expect someone to flip their dodge. He's now dodging here. So the issue with this you've got is that it's a little bit inefficient, in all honesty. Because, and again, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying what I see, guys. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as good as Scrub. He's almost already like supersonic here. And let's have a look at Spider. See, Spider flips earlier. He's able to save a little bit more boost, but he gets to the ball earlier because he dodges earlier. And I want you to look at this. Spider dodges much earlier. He actually dodges more what you'd expect from a speed flip kickoff. That's pretty much what you'd expect. Now he's supersonic. Scrub's still in the air, which means he's going to have less time to think about what he's got to do when he gets down. And it's inefficient. We've got 10 boosts now. Scrub's only on 6. It's less efficient what Scrub's doing. He's boosting too much and he's dodging too late on this kickoff. All right. So when he lands, okay, if we go to this view, see? So people can say to me, yeah, but your speed flip's not... I know my speed flip's not as good as Scrub Killer's, but I can still say he's dodging late. All right. Because I've seen this hundreds of thousands of times. And this is what you get. You get someone who's going to get to the ball early. So now it comes back to the mini game, doesn't it? Who does what? Well, pretty much very central from both players. We're actually going to stop this a little bit more. When we go over the kickoffs, I know some people out there go, oh, God, kickoffs, really? You're going over the kickoffs? Yeah, because it's probably the most important thing in 1v1. So, this is where speed kills. You've probably heard this being said many times before. This is why the speed flip's so important. In the past, in the last kickoff, Scrub wasn't this far behind with his speed flip, but he really is timing that a little bit off. Spider's able to get there early, so Spider can actually force this if he wants to. And he does. Because even though Scrub's more central and he could have side flipped to the right, because he has such a speed advantage, sometimes, as long as you've got an all-right dodge at the end of it, that speed will make up any mistake. And Scrub actually goes for the single jump, which if he side flipped, he might have kept himself in that one. But he does a great recovery, and I saw one of the craziest recoveries I've seen on stream is when I think we had Smashy versus Lujal, and he did that and he got back and made the save, and it's unbelievable. Lujal did that save, so that was great from Scrub again, guys. Now this is where you'd start to look at, oh, we're finding trends. Okay, notice how he doesn't waste time. Again, similar to the very first play, that first goal, that first save he made, comes straight across and he reacts. Great little pinch away, but now he's low boost. What's he going to do? Spider's going to want that boost, and he knows it, and he wanted to beat him there, and he's sticking on it. He's trying to be annoying. Now before, we've seen Scrub overcommit here. It is ranked. Maybe he just doesn't want to play with no boost. Let's have a look. Wave dash in. Yeah. Okay, so maybe again, you could say push forward a little bit too much. Like that was a good hit, but maybe stay back. Maybe again, you know, come down here. Grab. Maybe now grab and then come up here and try and block it there off the touch. Possibly. You know. It's difficult though. I'm simplifying it. Don't get me wrong, I'm simplifying it, but that's just another option. Maybe he was pushing a bit too far forward with no boost. Okay, so he's gone for the same kickoff again. You love to see it. And he's doing a much better job of really getting these blocks going by turning his car more sideways. And this in itself is an art form. Depending on the person, depending on their kickoff, depends on how much you need to turn his car. Spider's getting there much quicker. He's really got his timing on the first dodge down for that speed flip. So Scrub's having to turn more sideways to create one, a bigger cushion, but also to give a block. So that's really good if he's adapting in that manner. Okay, plays it to the wall, so he's going to go up. Now, we've spoke about stuff like this before. You can already see what he's going. And I've said in the past, if you can, go for a ceiling shot. The reason we go for ceiling shots, it's a free flip reset. You don't have to work hard on your mechanics. It gives you way more options. You can jump down off the ceiling and shoot if they turn it. You know, you've got way more options going for a ceiling shot than you have a flip reset. Okay, so Scrub here goes off the ceiling, and now look at the options he's got. And he just does a delayed flick. And I want you to look at how simple this is mechanically. He doesn't do any razzmatazz. Look, lean back, barely touching anything, barely touching, and then just a diagonal right flip. All right. People overdo it with flip resets. They try and be too clever. A very simple ceiling shot is what gave it to him. Earlier on, he did a few spins for the flip reset, ended up in the net. Something to consider. Okay, so we'll look at it again. Pretty much an even kickoff, actually. I mean, I should have broke it a little bit earlier. So here they come. They're pretty much equal right now. Okay, they're pretty much equal. Scrub is further to the left, and they're both dodging to the right. So generally, you'd expect Spider to end up better off there, but actually right at the last second, as we come here, right at the last second, Scrub jumps a bit earlier. See that dodge earlier? Very smart, very hard to spot. So now what Scrub's done is he's put himself into the middle. So where before, if they dodge at the same time, Spider's going to win that because he's going to force it through him. Scrub has seen that this might be a problem, so he dodges early to change his car position from here to here, and now he's more central, and he's still going to get a roll over the top of this because obviously he just initiated his dodge, which means that when this actual contact point comes, he's more central, and therefore he has a stronger position on the kickoff. Very good adaptation there. Very good adaptation. I got to stop going to 200%. Well, again, off the ceiling. Wins his kickoff, straight over to it. Doesn't try and go there. Simplest mechanic. But he realizes that wasn't the best first touch, so he flies down. And he tries to salvage it. Now this is a really good defensive maneuver it looks like he's going for. You can demo people from behind. You can hit it over the top. Yeah, exactly that. Such a good defensive maneuver to use. A lot of people here, they go into the middle. They go into middle. If you know that the player's going to be putting it across, always come up behind because you are in their blind spot. You can see how Spider's looking for him, and he leaves the play because he doesn't want to get demoed. And that's smart from Spider. He realizes he's going to get demoed, and he leaves the play, which allows him to stay grounded. This is risky from Spider, though. I figured he would go to the left here. He's going bit all in here for a demo. Yeah, did not need to do that. He's took himself off the path of the ball. That was interesting. All he had to do here was continue to drive forward. This is one we can put in Ripcore. Okay? Does a great job dodging it, and then literally just drive forward and back. And he'll be able to get down the middle. He went all in there. Scrub might have seen this. He may not have even needed to react to that. Because, you know, Scrub's going to go for the ball here. So let's have a look. So Scrub comes here. Comes up. Goes for that. Yeah, he's not even going to think about that boost. He's got 78. Wave dash is there. Yeah, a little bit all in there from Spider. And we go to the kickoff. Let's see what happens in this kickoff. Okay. Spider, again, a little bit earlier on these kickoffs. On the hole, let's see what's happening. So we look at it from above. Well, ooh, okay. Spider's very central, but he's also very angled. That does make a difference, okay? That does make a difference. Because now, his hitbox isn't like this, moving side to side. It's like this, moving side to side. And therefore, if it is like this, and he side flips this way, he doesn't move sideways. He moves this in this line, which creates space. If he tries to dodge this way, he could slice the ball, okay? So Scrub already has a bit more of an advantage because he's a little bit more squared up, which means when he flips, he's going to be able to basically be like a wall. Like imagine you put your hand out right now and you move it side to side. It is like right there. But if you angled it and did like a karate chop, that's the sort of different. It's hard to explain, but hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. So Spider's more central. Scrub's going to force this to the right. Spider is more central. How's he going to dodge? So there you go. Scrub's going to put it to the right. But the problem is Spider's angled on his nose of the car is really messing it up. And look at this from Spider's perspective. Because he's angling his nose. Oh, right here we can go 50%. See how it's angled? And that's causing these bit, you know, he's trying to get these wave dashes going. And it is making it awkward, although it does work there. So fair play to him. So Scrub there, able to force it that way. But that bump was really good. And he got a bit fortunate there, not going to lie, that he didn't actually knock Scrub onto that boost. Good defending. Nice stuff. Staying with it. I'm trying to get it into the open. Wow, I just want to say, how did he do that, guys? What do you mean open? What am I talking about? Is this not a lateral dribble in a sense? Is this not a lateral dribble in a sense? Yes, it is. Okay. Why does that? Why is Scrub one of the best players of all time in 1v1 doing that? Because it works. Because it works. It works at every rank, guys. So you can't just drop the ball and lateral dribble against a guy like Spider. Look how good he is. Look how fast he is. Right? You'll get killed. So he's got to use a flip to get it moving. And now, boom. Now look at this. This is why it's so important to switch players. Moves it forward. Spider's now like, oh, possibly for him, in this position here, once he grabs this boost, it would have been better for him to come here. Right here. And go for an inside shadow. Because, you know, I mean, I think he was thinking that Scrub's going to hit off the wall. But now he could be here. Scrub could play it. And he's already got the hit. He's already got the hit. What happens is he's trying to chase this down. Now, at this point, once he comes onto the wall, this is why you don't really want to be hanging out on walls too long. And he doesn't really. But it might be better for him to back off. He doesn't want to back off, so he comes in. Right. You've heard me say it in the 3v3 video. You've heard me say in every video. The ball's momentum and Spider's overall momentum, if we go up like this, is moving towards his own net. Let's look at this again, right? So I want you to look at the overall momentum. Right, here we go. So overall momentum, his overall momentum is in this direction. The ball is in this direction. Scrub's shot is going to come in this direction. But overall, it's this way. Overall, it's this way. This way. Okay, look at it as just up and down. Is he more going up or down? He's more going up. He needs to be more going down, really, on a 50-50. So he tries to win this 50-50. He's late anyway. So now, we just come a little bit closer. Let's look at overall momentum again. The ball is moving up. Generally. Killa is moving up. Spider himself is moving up, but he's going to try and dodge into this. But look how much he's moving up. Look at everything's moving up. So let's look what happens now. He's moving up. He's moving up. The 50-50 comes in. He's late anyway. And he's not. And even if he was on time, it would have been a very similar outcome. I mean, that's going to allow Scrub an open net. So Scrub here, he's thinking, hey, 152, baby. 7-3 in the bag. No, it's not over. Spider does not quit in this one. Scrub's got it to work again. So he's used it again. Spider hasn't adapted. He's gone for a never push kickoff. It's not the he's actually gone for a single jump kickoff right here. Honestly, if anyone wants to figure out how to beat this kickoff, it's really easy. You've just got to do a hook kickoff. Like it is actually dead simple to beat this kickoff. It really is. You just have to hook, and you know Scrub's doing it every time. So just do a hook kickoff, and you should win. You should win the kickoff. Good stuff from Spider. So what he's doing is he's knowing that Scrub's going to win it, and instead he's just going for the recovery play. Okay, Scrub goes back. Oh, look what we've got here. Does this look familiar? Check out the video. I told you Scrub likes this lane, doesn't he? He's missed a boost there uncharacteristically. But this is Scrub's favourite lane. He loves that movement. He loves it. He uses it all the time. This is not a cherry pick. This is literally from the other day. I just got off ball chasing just literally 5-10 minutes ago, however long we've been doing this. And look, exactly like what I pointed out in the video. Okay, that's a habit. But he's very wide here, and he's given Spider space. Let's look at this again. He has to back off. He uses his line, and he uses this to set stuff up. But you see how he's veering to the right here, and he's going for a classic shadow. He wants to bait Spider to shoot here, I think, by doing this. But he is very wide. And then he collapses in. Gets a good save. So he's using a lot of baits. He's like, come on, shoot. Could be risky. Could be risky. Especially if he goes for never edgeable bump. Scrub manages to make him flick, and he gets to save it. And this is good. Look, we've seen it again. So this is good from Scrub. He makes it the distance well. He just dives in. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, good positioning, wrong dodge. Right, look at this. He's got an inside position, which means generally, if he times this right with this inside position, he's going to win this 50. Look at the flip he chooses. He flips to the left. Anytime you're on the inside position, you have to side flip to the right, and you'll win this. So all you have to do that's different is side flip to the right, because you're on the inside position. So we can take this clip, and we can see if we can win that 50. And it's just the small changes like that that make a little big difference. A little big difference. A big difference. Yeah, and then Spider's, of course, going to finish that. So we go to the kickoff. Now, let's see again if Scrub's timing on these flips. I don't know if this is an intentional thing. That is late. In my opinion, that is late. So I'm imagining Spider's going to get there earlier. Ever so slightly earlier. Ever so slightly. Okay, but that adds up in Rocket League. Now, I think you guys are understanding how the kickoffs work here pretty much, with the way the dodges work and stuff like that. So, Spider's more central. And he gets there first. He's slightly off center intentionally because he does want to take it to the right. So he wants to side flip now to his right, which is our left. And Scrub, of course, has to also go to the left. Now, theoretically, Spider should win this because he's more inside and they've both flipped the same way. So he gets that inside position, so he's a little bit further ahead. Okay, and he just misses out on the demo there. So, again, The science adds up. Okay, guys, this game is makes sense. Okay, Scrub's backed off a lot here. 30 boost. He's gone for his favourite. He loves that movement, doesn't he? He absolutely loved it. But again, he's missed the boost. Uncharacteristically, he missed that boost. That's twice. Now, when I've watched his demos in the past, his replays, he doesn't tend to make those mistakes. So maybe he was having an off game. And yeah, he does seem a little bit out of it. Yeah, that I don't know what's happened there. Just that whole sequence seemed really weird to me. The kickoff. But this linger in and then misses and then comes around, and I don't understand that, because you're wide, you know, fake jumping when you're wide and then never fake jump when you're wide, you just can't recover. So I'm not sure what that was. That might be just a sign of a little bit of tilt coming in. I don't know. All right, here we go. Scrub opted in for a normal kickoff, just a little bit too far to the right of the ball there, which means he opens it up. So if we look at this, as he comes in, he's very central, and normally that's a good thing, but on this particular kickoff, it can be pretty awkward, because if you look at the difference here, whereas like Scrub's turned his nose to face this way, whereas Spider's got all his momentum going this way, it's always good to keep your nose like Khaled's good at this. He'll keep his nose at this angle and he'll just side flip this way. If they do a good kickoff, if they're looking for a hook, because of the angle, when you side flip, you actually move yourself to this way, as opposed to if you were facing the ball and move yourself this way. This extra bit of gap leaves an opening for the ball, and you can actually take that to your corner. But because Scrub's too far anyway, he doesn't get anything good on this, because it's a hook kickoff and he's just not far enough over for this kickoff, as you can see. Alright, so let's see what he does. So low boost again. He's going to go. Interesting. He's changed his pathing up a little bit, but habit's still seeping in. And that might be a free path lane that he's taken. Nice double jump save. Good little bit of vision. I mean, look at this. Looks down, sees him coming in, and sees that Spider's going for a difficult ball here. Right, why is this difficult? Great power shot. Puts him under pressure. Now, this is where you'd want to sort of play for something else, but he's going for this. That's a really hard shot to make. Really hard shot to make. Fair play, you know, it's ranked. Possibly, could he have popped that up and, you know, done something else with it? Could he have faked? Possibly. And gives that opening, but he does manage to get back and make the save. Good shot from Scrub, but what a save from Spider, Jesus. So really good vision there from Scrub. Comes down, uses the wall well, just doesn't get the power he needs, but a flipping fantastic shot. And now he's going to play for the boost staff game. Spider's done a great job, you know. In most lobbies, you know, again, guys, these are the top guys in the world. You're probably looking at the goalkeeper now. He's probably got 20 boost, you know, because they boost a lot. He's perfect in his movements, pretty much. So he grabs the boost. He's looking for the boost stop. Spider trying to push the ball out. Scrub is staying awkward. Now, here's the issue with this. There is a fine line between staying awkward and overcommitting. And let's see what happens if there's an overcommit here. Scrub's going very wide here, which means the middle is open. This is the danger zone. Okay, I don't know what happens. Like I said, I haven't seen this, but this is the danger zone. He is here, which means this is going to be very reactive. He's trying to get some sort of reaction. Cuts back into the middle. And now he's backed off. Did so much to try and force a reaction. Because he started so wide here and went for a reaction and didn't get the reaction he wanted, he feels forced to back off. Whereas maybe once he grabs that boost and he's here and he does his awkward stuff, maybe come here. Stay close here. Because there's no momentum on the ball. As they build up the momentum, maybe come here and then try and time it. Maybe to come across here like that. Because we know anytime Scrub's backed off against a Spider, the last 2 times, he's gone for an air dribble bump. Let's see what he does this time. He actually goes for a flick. Well, he actually flicked the last time. Scrub saved the flick. But this is good rhythm break from Spider. Slow, slow, slow. Lets it drop forward. You already know he's flicking this. Why? Why do we know he's flicking this? Okay. You can go back and watch my flick video, or you can just listen to this. We're talking about ball loading. Loading of a ball. Putting the ball on your car isn't as straightforward as it seems. People think dribbling is dribbling, and I'm sorry if this replay's gone on for a little bit too long, guys. But dribbling isn't dribbling, okay? You have loaded areas. This here is a front-loaded ball. The main thing, like we can see this, is coming off the front. The ball is towards the front of his car. If it was a normal mid-loaded ball, which a lot of people use, it would be here, which is great for carrying, sure, but it's terrible for flicking most of the time, unless you're doing musties, breezes, and stuff like that. But I, like Spider in this situation, I much prefer powerful front flicks and side flips and diagonal flips. So what he does is he's slowing down to let the ball come off his car, and then he's boosting into it. See? So he's slowing down and he's boosting into it. He's trying to get the ball moving fast as well as the car. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to push the ball off the car and then back onto it. And as soon as it starts coming back on, he executes the side flick. And look how powerful this is when done correctly. Front-loaded ball, front-loaded, and then boom, side flip. And it will absolutely fly. Practice that, front-loaded side flicks. Brilliant stuff there from Spider. Okay, so they both flip the same way. We don't even need to cover it. Spider's more central. He wins the kickoff, but that's just going to be a straight to kickoff goal. 7-7. Oh, unfortunate kickoff there. So Scrub's now low on boost. He does not like that. He has to grab this boost. Spider just a bit high. Scrub going up, and he has to there. You can't afford not to. That was a great interception. What Scrub was trying to do here, he has to go up because Spider right now could also go up. And at this level, these guys can score this sort of thing. So he's going up here. Possibly it might have worked out a little bit better. Possibly. If Scrub right now gets a flip reset. He's thinking about flip resetting. And then he loses momentum. And there's no point wasting the boost to get it now. But Spider comes in. So Scrub's just trying to get behind the hitbox. So all he's trying to do is get behind the hitbox so he doesn't lose this 50. Doesn't actually get behind it enough. Spider able to lift it up. Scrub now is just basically trying to hold on. Grabbing pads. Comes in a nice angle. This is a nice angle. Now, personally, I don't agree with this look away. Why don't I agree with this look away? Well, he's looking away because he wants to get the boost. But even though he looks away, he doesn't get the boost. So what was the point of looking away? Because we are looking away right now at a potential interaction. This is really important. So look at this. Ready? Right, is he going to... Oh, did he just flick that? Did he flick that? Did he drop it? I don't know. Oh, no, okay. He's got... You know? Could be risky. Could be risky. Scrub, though, he's got insane reactions. He'd make that save, so it's not a problem. And he comes in from a good position here. He has to do something here. Like, he cannot allow Spider to get too comfortable. So he's got to challenge him on that first hit before he gets his offense set up. Does a good job. And he's just trying to hold on. He's trying not to use too much boost, really. Right here, he does use a lot of boost. But he didn't need to use that boost. Good low 50. Now, hopefully this isn't deja vu. We've seen every time, this is a trend for Scrub, he's on low boost after he's just defended. He will always keep ball pressure. And every time he does, it ends in a goal because he overcommits. It might be better for him, knowing how good he is defensively, to just go back and grab the pad. But he wants to keep that pressure. So he's coming forward. He's missed the pads. He is right in the opponent's corner now with no boost. So he's forced to backing off anyway. So he could have took the boost in the corner and he'd be in the same position. In fact, he'd be in a better position because now he'd be here and he'd have 100 boost because he would have took the boost and he'd be about here now. Boom, maybe a fake. Now maybe he's on an outside shadow. Okay, well, we know Spider loves the edge of a bump, so maybe now we go up from this side and actually use a behind defending to save it. Obviously, I'm simplifying it, but these guys are good enough to do that. That's the thing. So here, unnecessary. Should have just grabbed the boost at the back, in my opinion. Forced himself to go back anyway. Looky look, the same path lane. Scrub again, though, missing that boost that he doesn't normally miss. And we know what Spider's going to do from here. He's been doing it all game. So this is basically a GG. And look at that. So that's a really good replay to look at. So every time Scrub gave him space, he got air dribble bumped, pretty much. Except for the one time he got flicked and he saved the other flick. So that's just a little bit of analysis. You can use that in your own games, but it's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. Well, we'll have a little look at the shots now. So this is the moment Scrub backs off, okay? And I feel he could have done something a bit more here. Obviously, he's scared. He's scared of a flick, but he could have stayed here. And been like that, you know, forced to flick out of him. Because right there, Spider's not going to have a powerful flick. He's not going to have a powerful flick. So if he stayed close, look, we know he's got to come this way. There's a glitch here where it seems to be jumping. But you could have, you know, he could have done that, possibly challenged him. So we'll just get rid of the glitch. So here, we know where he's going. We're trying to trying to do this. We just got to give him respect. And then maybe you get the save that way. All right. So that way you're still covering the flick. You know, you're trying to cover the flick. Let's have a look at number 2. Okay, so this one we're actually not looking at scrub. We're going to look at spider for this one. And this decision making seemed a bit odd to me. So what he's got to do is just come back this way. And then he could go for like a hook off here. And then he could have gone back in field. So he should have gone this way. You know, like I say, hook that. And then you can turn and do it that way. Or, you know, depending, he could have switched it. But even me taking a second there to explain it was a bit too long. So yeah, he could have done something. He could have even come onto the outside here. Taken it this way. Like, what I'm saying is that was a bit of an all-in play. That I think was a bit unnecessary. So you want to do in this situation, literally inside, outside. And then you're going to win it like that. Alright, and that's just the power of 50-50s. Inside, outside, I'm just showing you that it wasn't luck. And look how you win that. With a good recovery, with Scrub's level. You know, I'm nowhere near as good as Scrub. But I'm just saying, if Scrub would be able to score that, because it's science. So inside, outside, you're going to win the 50 every time. It's not luck, guys. I'm doing this against a spider, one of the best in the world. Alright, with my inside-outside method. Why does no one talk about it? Okay, it works. Just done it 3 in a row. There's no luck. So, Scrub could have done that. Anyway, I thought that would be a little bit different from the 3v3 series. I do plan to do Khalid next. And then we'll do the Ahmed video. And then we'll go for an Ahmed 2v2. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed that. Hopefully, you took something from that or found it interesting. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me do more with different players of this. Because I actually really enjoy this. Is what I do, you know, when I'm coaching. I love doing this sort of stuff. Replay analysis is probably my favorite thing to do. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, everybody. Almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is actually unbelievable. Blows my mind. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Look after yourself and peace out. Peace, peace, peace.